Before I get started with today's video, guys, I want to make a disclaimer. I'm only talking about myself, my personal experiences. I am not a doctor. I'm not somebody to give advice. I'm just talking about my personal experience. And if you would like to try any of this, I would please consult with your doctor before you decide to try anything. Like I said, I'm not a doctor. I'm just sharing my experiences and how it's making me feel. Sprinkle, sprinkle, guys. You guys are watching Sergio, and today's video is going to be my month 1 weight loss journey, how I was able to lose 17 pounds in 1 month, which is absolutely crazy. So I'm just going to technically freestyle this video, and then I'll do a check-in at the end of March. So let's go ahead and get started because there's a lot to talk about and a lot to unpack. I don't know how this video is going to turn out or how long I want it to be. Probably not that long, but I need to go ahead and So what made me trigger this weight loss journey was because a lot of weight loss journey is because I realized that I'm going to be 25 in September. So I'm like, oh my God, Sergio, you are going to be in your mid-20s, which is absolutely kind of crazy. These last few years have went by so fast. I still feel like I'm 21. I still feel young, but I just feel like, you know, time just goes by so fast. A lot of things has happened in my life, and so I wanted to make sure that I was going to look good for my 25th birthday in September, which is September 4th. And so I decided to do a little bit of things to jumpstart that kind of weight loss journey. So the first thing what I did is I weighed myself. So I want to say the last week of January, I weighed myself. I weighed 175. That is not the most I've ever weighed. The most I've ever weighed was like 185 pounds going 190. And I feel like that was me when I was moving back from Houston to Dallas, like about like a year and 3 months ago. And so naturally I was like a size like 10 or even like 12 in certain pants. I was pushing like a 29 pant, a goldie, 28, and then I kind of naturally kind of lost the weight like throughout the year. So I went back from like a true 28, and now as of today I am going more towards a true size 27. I tried on an Agody 27. I tried on a Aritzia Effortless pant in a size 6, and it fits. So I am going back into like my true size. So I weighed myself this month. I was 175 pounds. I weighed myself this morning. I am 158 pounds. So I have lost 17 pounds in about 1 month. And I will say it is a mixture of a lot of things that I have done. And I know some people get really mad and they get really upset because you say, oh, you're taking Ozempic, you're taking trizepatide, you're taking whatever. I am doing what I feel like is best for myself. I can afford to maintain whatever injection because this is not like a one-time injection. This is something that you have to take like once a week. So therefore you have to be able to maintain it. So I knew that it was something that I was going to have to commit at least for a few months. I ended up knowing a few friends of mine who are all on like Ozempic, they're all on trizepatide, and they're all on all that type of stuff. And I tapped their shoulders and I asked them. So I ended up going to a clinic at the end of January. I told them that I want to go back to fitting into my old self. I feel like I kind of lost myself and I want to, you know, need a jump start with it. They obviously told me like you have to have your protein, you have to, you know, do certain things a certain way, which I already knew because I already did my research prior to going to the clinic. And so they prescribed me trizepatide. Right now I am in the lower dosage of trizepatide, and when I tell you, it feels, if you guys have ever taken a amphetamine pill, an Nexium pill, which I used to take those like 2-3 years ago, it literally feels like that. But I feel like I feel less jittery and I feel like less like I'm like this all the time. I think with the Nexium pill, I think it's a little too strong. Even if I took a half pill, I would feel like I would be kind of stuttering my words sometimes. At least with trizepatide, I feel like fine. I will say it does suppress my appetite, and I feel good and I feel amazing. But with that, you also have to maintain what you eat and the type of exercises that you do. So so this month was obviously like my first month. I lost 17 pounds. I'm 158. I'm planning to be 150 by the end of March, and hopefully by June 1st I am at 140 pounds. I am 5'11" for reference, so I want to be, my true size has always been like 1 150, I would say 145. That was always been kind of like my ideal weight. So if I lose a little bit more and then kind of drop to doing trizepatide every other week and I become like 145, that's like ideal weight. But I do see myself going forward with an injection every single week, every single Friday, because that's when I get the injection. Probably till June or even July or August. I don't know how far I'm gonna go. I feel like once I kind of look how I need to look is when I will stop, just do it every other week and then maintain those healthy habits and then eventually just get off of it around September. That's like my main goal. And I have some friends who have been on like Ozempic and have done other things, and that's how they do it. They just kind of like slowly take more. And so that's how I'm going to personally do it. You have to watch what you eat, and you also have to watch like how you exercise. So I do want to say I do take ClassPass classes. I probably do about 4 to 5 classes a week. I do have a code with them. This is not sponsored. This is just a referral that they do on their app. You go on the app store, you download ClassPass, and let's say like I've done ClassPasses in Houston and I've done ClassPass in Dallas. But you basically, let's say Houston, right? Let's say I used to live by the Galleria. So I would go, when I lived in Post Oak, I would look in Post Oak and I would see all the classes, and okay, I can do a solid core, I can do a soul cycle class, I can do maybe more local studios, and then I'll book like maybe, like I said, depending on the work week. So this week I probably will just do 4 because I have a little bit of a busy week, and I will go ahead and pick my schedule. So I tend to work more in the afternoons. I usually like my mornings to be, so you know, I'll maybe take a workout class around 7, and then I get to like, you know, go home, do videos, clean, do laundry, whatever I need to get done for the day, and then I'm done. ClassPass, because that's like the most of the form of exercise that I get, because it's a different class. I've done Pilates on it, I've done like bear classes, like I've done like solid core classes, I've done like a little bit of everything, more like girly soft classes. I haven't done anything super crazy. I do try to go to the gym maybe once or twice a week, and then I'll probably do maybe like 75% cardio, or like one sort of the machines, and then I'll lift weights for like 25% of the time. Right now this is like my first month, so I'm kind of taking it easy with like all the weights and stuff, because eventually I will focus more on strength training. Right now I'm just kind of like thinning out a little bit, probably for here in March, and then April I'll probably start getting like a personal trainer, and I'll probably start implementing other things to kind of maintain and not lose that like muscle loss or anything. So ClassPass is a really great app. I will look it up on like on YouTube or like on TikTok. I do have a referral code. Like I said, this is not sponsored anyway. I literally have given my referral codes to friends, and I do classes with my friends all the time because they get to see the schedules and the class I'm gonna be attending. But ClassPass is really good because they give you like a lot of credits I think the first month is like free, or it's like $5. I don't know what it is, but it's a really great deal for the first like credit session. And if you don't like it, you want to cancel it, you can do that as well. But I love ClassPass. So that is like my form of exercise, because I know when I do go to classes and I do take a picture like on my Instagram stories, I do get asked if I have a solid core membership, or if I have if I have a soul cycle membership or whatever, or what Pilates studios do I go to all the time. For me, it just usually changes. I probably would do 1 solid core class a week, and then the other 3 classes, they'll just kind of be whatever fits in my schedule. Because in ClassPass, you know, sometimes some classes are booked up, some are not. So my schedule may clear up from the next day to another. I say, you know what, I have some free time to kill, I might as well go ahead and get a workout in. So I get to see what's available for my time frame. I just kind of go with whatever is convenient for my lifestyle. And since I don't really have like a typical 9 to 5, I do work like a full-time job. I work retail, so it makes it, I have more like of a different schedule than a lot more other people. So ClassPass really helps me out in making sure that I get my workout class, but it's not necessarily set in stone where it's every single time, where I'm able to move around. And if you cancel it before 24 hours, you don't get hit with like a fee or anything. So it's very easy to adjust into my schedule. So I know I get asked what are the type of forms of exercise that I do or that I have been doing. They're literally like I like to call them girl classes. Even though Pilates was invented by a man, they're all like little like soft classes, girly classes. Usually the classes that I go to is like 80% female, 20% men. I don't know, I feel less intimidated. Believe it or not, I do get intimidated sometimes by people, but I just feel comfortable in that situation. Everybody's always nice, everybody's super sweet, and it works out. So I do get a lot of exercise with that, with on top of the trizipatide. And as far as with a effects with trizipatide, I know a lot of my female friends have had like hair loss, or you know, they have to take up certain vitamins or stuff. For me, I have not had some sort of hair loss or anything like that, but that's when it comes into eating the correct food. So not only do you have to take it, you also have to exercise. I believe to exercise, I mean, I do exercise and I do have the energy for it. And I also do 10,000 steps every single day. When I work retail, if I'm putting in a shift at work, during my lunch, I'm gonna be doing a lap around the store. When it comes to go do a check on a designer bag upstairs, I go and do the check myself. If it goes to go get a go back, to go get something for a customer, I like to walk around. I like to keep on moving, and that's why I'm able to do 10,000 steps every single day. That's something that I've always done, is 10,000 steps on top about me working out almost every single day out of the week. I mean, I post it all the time, but I do. And so when it comes to food, you just have to make sure that you take your important vitamins. So I do have like my own like vitamin stuff that like my doctor recommended me to take. So I do take all of that, and I'll probably talk about that maybe more next month, because I don't want this video to be too long. I do make sure that I do take a lot of my protein. So for example, I had this earlier this morning, and this is the Core Power 42 grams of protein. So I'll probably have something like this for breakfast. I'm not a big breakfast person. Sometimes I don't even crave eating this, but I'll drink it, and then I'll drink a lot of waters. I have a lot of liquid IVs, because you will feel very dehydrated, so you have to make sure you have to keep drinking a lot of liquids. So I have a Stanley Cup here, I have a Stanley Cup at work, and I have a Stanley Cup at in my car, and I just drink out of those consistently water, because if you don't drink, you do feel the dehydration in it. I guess one of the side effects I will say is dehydration. I do feel my skin maybe a tad bit drier, but nothing that my First Aid Beauty moisturizer, my Kiehl's moisturizer won't help me out in. But as far as food, I have to make sure that I do hit protein and I don't eat any junk food. Like if I I don't really try to put like ranch or ketchup or any of those sauces in my food. And if I'm eating, it's gonna be healthy. Sometimes I'll go ahead and cook food. I will show you how I cook food. I'm kind of embarrassed because I'm kind of relearning how to cook food, how to use how to cook fish and stuff like that. So I'm embarrassed to post a video of me making food, and then people kind of judge me. So I see how people judge people for their food, so I don't want to be judged right now. But I think that's something that I'll be more comfortable to share within the next following months, as I kind of get better at cooking. Sometimes I'll bring my own food, and it'll be like super generic, like chicken and rice and stuff like that, but I do want to get a little bit better at cooking. So you'll probably see me talk about that later on, as I do more checkups and I do more weekly vlogs, and as we are more back into this YouTube routine. I told myself January I want to get back into YouTube. It's been a good January, it's been a good February, it's going to be a blessed March. So I mean, it's going to be really great going forward. So there's going to be a lot more things I'm going to be opening up about. But a lot of people have been asking me, even in my personal life, people that I don't even know that I'm on this medication, that I look good, I look different, I look snatched. Like I feel and look amazing. I feel like I was like, I wouldn't say use the word depressed, because I was never depressed, but I would always feel like I was like stuck in a rut. And I feel like now doing things that I like hobbies outside of this camera, doing things like YouTube, like working out, actually focusing on going forward with my life, I just feel so much better. And I feel like the trizipatide makes me feel better. Like when I wake up and I look at myself in the mirror, I look so good. I feel so more motivated. I want to go to my workout class, because sometimes, you know, I don't want to wake up, but when I wake up and I brush my teeth in the morning, I just get excited for life. So I'm excited for this little like skinny journey, this little fit journey that I'm going towards, because even though since I started January, I was already kind of eating well in the beginning of January, but this month was kind of like my first kind of like trial month, and I think March is going to be like the actual true month. So it's kind of like the pre-run, and now it's like the full like marathon that we were about to do in March. So it's kind of like baby steps, but like I said, I think when you get overwhelmed, it's good to take things like chop it up and do things one by one. So it's been really helping me out like that. Another thing that has helped me out feel less bloated is I don't drink as much alcohol at all. In the beginning of the year, I told myself I don't want to drink a lot of alcohol, I don't want to go out as much. In January, I will say I did go to Houston like 3 times, so I maybe drank a little bit more than I should in January. In February, I probably haven't drank that much, because honestly, with 2 drinks, I already feel it with this injection, and it's not really good to be drinking when you are kind of like focusing on your goals and stuff. So if I do drink, I keep it very, very light, very cutesy, very demure, even though that's such like so summer 2024 phrase to say. But I try to keep it very classy when I drink, and I'm not really craving alcohol as I feel like with the trazepatide. I think one of the other side effects is you don't crave the alcohol. I do not, like right now, like sometimes I have a bad habit. If I go eat in a restaurant, let's say pre 2025, okay, I'll go to Hudson House, I'll get a burger, I'll get a fries, and I'll get 2 drinks, 2 martinis, and I'll drink it, eat it all, and I'm fine. Now if I were to go to Hudson House, I kid you not, I will probably just get a water. I couldn't even eat the whole burger, probably half of it, and maybe just 2-3 of the fries. And that's like the big difference in like the appetite and the craving things. And I feel like eventually, I did talk about this like in January, that I do eventually want to go like have maybe like a sober run a little bit before summer. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do it in March just yet, and maybe just April and May, just because in March I have rodeo season and I have a spring break and stuff like that. But I probably may just drink like once or twice in March. But I also don't want to say, oh my god, I'm not drinking in March, even though I did, even though for you guys it may seem like I was telling the truth, but I know deep inside I'm like lying to you guys. And one thing about me is like I'm not somebody who likes to lie, and I know some people like they're gonna come for me saying like, oh, like you're on this medication, blah 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 blah, you don't need it. But at least I'm transparent, because a lot of your favorite content creators, a lot of your favorite YouTubers who have lost weight like that, your favorite celebrities, they're all on some sort of medication, they're all on some sort of something. And at least for me, I can be 100% truthful, and I can be 100% honest with my audience. I think that's just like the trust and the relationship that I have with my subscriber rank. So I mean, that's why I always keep it real, and I think that's why a lot of you guys always tune into my videos, and I really appreciate you guys. I would obviously consult your doctor but with anything, but I think for me, I'm in perfect health. Like I go and get a checkup every 3 months, and everything always comes back negative. I've never really had like some sort of illness or anything like that, so I'm a pretty healthy man. So I thought, you know what, let me go ahead and try. I feel amazing, I feel good. So this is my first checkup with you guys for the month of February. I lost 17 pounds, 175 to 158. My goal is to probably be maybe 150 to maybe 148. I don't see myself losing a lot of dramatic weight, just because a lot of it's like water weight and stuff in the first month. So we shall see, but I'm very excited. And these are going to be the same pants that I'm going to be showing you next month. And I have a pair of jeans that I could button up not comfortably, and now they fit very loose. I know I'm wearing more of an oversized shirt. This is from KHAITE. I think it's still available, so if it is, I'll make sure to leave it in the description box. But I'm gonna be showing you what I look like, and then I'm gonna go ahead and end the video for you guys. Size 8, I could barely start buttoning them up in the beginning of January. These are the Arita Effortless pant, and I mean, I feel like a kangaroo. I can put both of my arms. Sorry about this. This was a whole other thing that happened earlier this month, but I mean, they're pretty loose. And when I tell you, a lot of everybody in my life has been asking me what I've been doing different, because I just have this different aura and this different feeling about myself. So these are the pants, but I'm going to show you the girlfriend jeans in a size 28, how they fit. And then this is what it looks like with these girlfriend jeans that were kind of feeling where I was kind of buttoning them up. But I mean, I feel like a kangaroo. I feel like I can put the dog in here. He's laying right there. And I mean, I feel it. So these are a size 28. I feel like I can go for a size 27, but we shall, like, this is how much extra I have. I know I usually wear women's jeans, but I mean, it's just, it is what it is. Like I said, if you were to look like in the beginning of the year, you can definitely see it in my face as well. I'm not as swollen. I feel like my face isn't as red. I feel like when I would also drink a lot, my face would turn super red. And I just feel good, and I just feel amazing. So I mean, first month, first good. I know this is typically not a video that I would post on my channel, but I've been getting a lot of questions on my Instagram, on my DMs, and in person when I meet some of my subscribers or some of my clients. They'd be like, oh my god, Sergio, you look different, but like a dramatic change like in a month. So I'm very excited. So we shall see what March would bring, because it's going to be a lot more consistent. But this is kind of like the pre-run but I'm very excited to see how I will look like. And also, you guys know I did get a lot of filler last year that I ultimately ended up regretting getting. So I feel like a lot of that is like migrating to other places. I don't really want to talk about that because I talked about it before, but I feel like you start seeing more of my face. You don't see a lot of that puffiness that I had. No lip filler or anything like that. So I'm very excited to see how this month will go, but I don't know if you guys can see it through the camera, because in person everybody can notice it. My month 1 recap. I will try my best to answer all the questions down below that you guys have. Again, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a physician, I'm only talking about my personal experience. So with everything that I take you, please take a grain of salt. Please consult your doctor before you decide to do anything. But this is what I'm currently doing and it's working for me. And like I said, I cannot wait to give you a review at the end of March, because obviously February was also a shorter month. We have a full month in March. And when people tell you no, turn that around on. What does on mean? Go time. So I'm very excited to see how I will look like at the end of March. But I'm very, very excited. I'm very optimistic about the future. So we shall see how I will look like outside of myself. So check 1, so far so good, negative 17 pounds period. And let's see how we run it up in March. So I'll check you guys back up in March. And if you guys want me to do every 2-week update, like in a YouTube short, definitely let me know, because I don't mind doing that as well. So yeah, sprinkle guys, this is my experience of losing weight month 1.